So welcome everyone to round 9 of IOR Season 7. We are at the final part of the season now after the break weekend we had. And well, coming into the last 4 races of the season, Cucumber leads the championship by around 50 points ahead of Joseph Vesely. But in Constructors' Championship, both Alfa and Ferrari are tied in points with 4 rounds to go. And today, once again, Yannick, which is Cucumber's teammate, can't race, so it's gonna be just Cucumber versus both Ferraris in the battle for Constructors' Championship. And also gotta say that it's Nick FIFA's home race. We're racing in Netherlands, so it's gonna be at his home track, I think after a long time ago. Actually not sure if this is the first time Nick FIFA races in Netherlands. I think he possibly did race last time. But in any case, today Nick FIFA is at his home track, so we'll definitely be looking for the best result possible for himself. If it can be a win, why not? We'll definitely be aiming for it. Legendary Goat is out on the intermediate tires, definitely just want to test the track. Doesn't want to... Oh, and Legendary Goat has lagged out, but he is able to rejoin the lobby. He's still in the pit lane. And the first man to set a lap is gonna be Thales, who is coming already into the final corner. Far in front from the next driver, which is the Ferrari, I think. Oh, he's actually coming in the pit lane. For some reason, he went out on the medium tire, same as Slippery Cucumber. Actually, Cucumber, I think, had already started his lap. Yeah, Cucumber had already started his lap. The little slider, of course, in the medium tires, not really sure why, because you definitely want to save those ones for the race, or does he think he can make it to pole position on mediums? But coming into the final corner comes Slippery Cucumber, now named NSX Cucumber as he has joined the NSX team recently. But of course here we will know him always as Slippery Cucumber, as it's been the name he's always raced with. Now goes first pass, of course, the only time set by now, a 1:11.0. Bialo is on an out lap. There's been a spinner there from Cameron Barber, who comes back since Canada, reserving once again for IOR. Following Joseph Vesely, the man in second in the standings, into his first flying lap. He's going to come into the final corner. What time is Joseph Vesely gonna set today? Oh, he met I think that was Bialo probably, letting people go in the final corner. Here comes Joseph Vesely, goes second faster, 1:11.2. 2 times lower than Slippery Cucumber. I think Nick FIFA is coming as well, now goes 11.0. That's gonna be just around 30,000 slower than Slippery Cucumber, but you have to remember that Cucumber is on medium, so he's looking really strong on pace today in Netherlands. But also Nick FIFA and Joseph right at the back of him in second and third. Of course, the only time set by now, but yeah, once again looking really solid. The grid was really competitive last last race in Hungary, and still they managed a 4-5 for the team and tied Cucumber on points. Well, Alfa Romeo on points, which has been carried by Cucumber in most races all the season except 2 races where Yannick did take part. So yeah, the Cucumber needs to look for a more consistent teammate for the next season, or maybe talk to Yannick in case they want to team again, as when they have worked together it's been a really good job. But the problem with Yannick isn't his driving, is that he hasn't attended almost any race this season, and that might end up costing Cucumber the championship, the Constructors' Championship, against the Ferrari team. Cucumber comes into a pit lane now. Equasar goes now third fastest, just a bit ahead of Joseph Vessel. You can see the pace is really close. Mopar has now finished and is P5 11.74. Our debutant today, well, he supposedly was gonna debut in the first round of the season, but due to some reasons and stuff, he wasn't able to race still now. And well, hopefully we can have him for next season in the new game, but we gotta see what he can do, what he's capable of doing. By now, he's on a P5, items behind Joseph Vesley, still ahead of Black Bala and Wesley Santana. Following now Biohazard into his first flying lap. Starting the lap, coming into turn 1, you have to remember this is a very slow track in the terms of, yeah, not many straights here, it's a lot of corners, it's a difficult track to overtake. Similar as Hungary, I think it's possibly a bit easier to overtake here than at Hungary due to the exit of the final corner, which actually helps, I think, to be overtaken, even though how hard it is due to the track design to overtake here. Callis will set a terrible lap of 20.8. Following now Bio into the end of sector 2, and it's gonna be 49.5. We gotta see how quick that Aston Martin can go. In the remaining of this lap, I think a little slide there coming out of that corner, comes into the final corner now. Not taking many curb. And into the line he goes, and it's gonna be P3 for Bio. A really good qualifying in 11.1. I think this might turn into the best ever race for Bio, maybe. He's looking good at the moment. Not far from Slippery Cucumber. Well, I know Cucumber did on the mediums, but still really close to Nick FIFA there and much better than his teammate today. Nick FIFA on another outlap. Joseph Vesely, I think, already finishing his second flying lap of the day. Comes into the final corner. Can he improve? Can he take provisional pole by now? If he can improve 2 temps, he will definitely be aiming for that. It's gonna be, yes, provisional pole for Joseph Vesely. Exactly 1:11.000. But I, of course, have to remember that Cucumber has a really good car here. Of course, he did the previous lap on mediums and is now on the pit lane. Gotta see what Nick FIFA can do, and Bio might be a big surprise today on this race. Equasar also on a flying lap. Into the end of sector 1, and it's gonna be a... No, sorry, I messed it up completely. I thought that was the end of sector 1, but it wasn't. So we're gonna follow him to sector 2 and see what he can actually do. Following Equasar into the end of sector 2, and how much is he improving from his previous lap? He is improving 1 tenth, 2 tenths almost. That might give him the place of Joseph Vesely. He is getting really close to that. Now he's going to come into the final corner. And coming into the line, and it's gonna be for Equasar. It's gonna be P4, managed to improve attempt, lost a bit in the final sector. And yeah, once again the grid really close. Nick FIFA now coming into the final corner. He's doing 82 thousandths of a second, I think, by now, and we gotta see what can he do coming in the line. Comes into the line and it's gonna be P2. Improves 54 thousandths, 44 thousandths lower than his teammate Joseph Vesely. Cucumber still in the pit lane. Following Arrieta is doing also a really good session. I think he's coming in the pit lane probably. Has he already completed his lap? Yes, he has. No, actually not. He's still on the lap. And it's gonna be P5 for Arrieta, really close. Look at the top 6 in less than 2 temps. That's a really close qualifying session. Mo Paran his debut, improving 2 temps I think around sector 2. Now he's gonna come into the final corner. And what time is Mopar gonna set today? Improves to P7, once again really close. I think Black Bala is also looking for an improvement. I think not, I think he's lost time there, so possibly not on a flying lap. Legendary Goat is not far as well. Well, a bit far though, but... And now following Talis, the man who is still hasn't been able to set a good lap. So let's see what is Talis into now. Oh, he spun it there. Probably a broken wing. And he's gonna have to come into a pit lane and replace that. So 2.5 minutes to go. Joseph Vesely still leading, followed by Nick FIFA, followed by Slippery Cucumber, who will probably come out soon of the pit lane to do that final flying lap. Wesley Santana is one that is in need of a lap now. Actually improving 4 tenths by now. Can he even aim for P1 for provisional 4 with 2 minutes remaining? He is currently on P3 in the standings. I think Nick FIFA is around 30 points behind. Joseph is around 30 points in front. Now comes Wesley in the line, and it's gonna be P5 for Wesley. Gets in the mix, and yeah, you can see once again how close that battle is for pole position today. But of course, still waiting on this man and Slippery Cucumber to come out of the pit lane and do a much better lap. But he's gonna come out now because if not, he's gonna run out of time. And actually, I don't know why he's risking it too much because it would be an easy pole. He's DNF'd for some reason. Oh, and Arrieta goes first fastest, so the battle is under for pole position. Arrieta now takes provisional pole with a minute to go. And yeah, this is served for the show. We're probably going to have one of the best qualifying of the season, if not the best qualifying of the season. Oh, Nififa spun it. Nififa, I think, spun it there in the final corner. No, actually probably not because he has full battery, so he wasn't on the lap. Joseph Vesely takes provisional pole now, 10-6. That's 3 times quicker than Arrieta. Nififa in the pit lane is not going to be able to improve. Joseph Vesely can take pole today. Thales go for fastest at 10.5. It might be Thales. Finally, Thales' moment to start. Well, he's already started. In France, he was fighting. He led the race. Then in Hungary, he also led the race and finished in the podium on P3. And now he might be starting this race from pole position. Arrieta, I think, doesn't have. He already finished a lap. Probably not gonna be doing anymore. Equosar and Bio in the end. Can Bio give us a little surprise in here? Bio comes here, takes P3. Really good lap by Bio. I said he could give us a surprise. Maybe not enough close to pole, but still. And Arrieta, one moment we thought he could be on pole. Nick FIFA will be definitely mad of that. I know he could have gone much faster. He maybe could have challenged Thales for pole position. Equosar, I think. Is he capable of improving? Bialo is on the lap as well. I'm gonna go on board with Equosar. Now he's not on the lap, and is Bialo. He's actually not improving as well. Black Bala, neither. So I guess that's the end of qualifying, and it's Thales who takes the first pole position of the season. Thales takes first pole position of the season in Netherlands, finally starting to fight back from his issues at the start of the season. And Slippery Cucumber, wonder what happened with Cucumber there. He's on P6 now. He's gonna be starting this race on 6. So yeah, I wonder what exactly went on there with Cucumber. If he just wanted to give some more excitement to this, or why? I don't think he forgot his setup. No, definitely not. He did a lap on the mediums. I think he did set the lap on the mediums. Well, and what we're waiting for now, for Bialo to retire the car in the pit lane, and then we will be ready to go. We're getting some comments in the YouTube commentary box, so let's give a look at that. Well, Thales takes pole position for the first time this season. And now, can he turn that into a race win is the question. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out for sure. Yeah, Cucumber did the lap on the mediums. So you see he could have gone much faster. It's Equosar who says in the chat, wow, NSX Cucumber. And then rain forecast. So, well, seems that we're gonna have a wet race then. Or maybe not right from the start, but we might have it later on. It can start raining. It could be something like France. If that's the case, then track position is gonna be crucial in the first meters. If it's dry, of course, if it's wet, the start is gonna be really important because it's gonna be really hard to overtake. Well, we know who won in the rain last time. We know that Joseph could be aiming for a second victory this season today as well. Oh, Wesley Santana has lagged out. He's gonna have to rejoin now. Coming into the main race. And yeah, it's dry, so if Equasar set this rain forecast, then we might have, like in France, rain later on the race. So track position is going to be really important here because, well, you know, on the wet conditions, it's going to be almost impossible to overtake. I think we saw how difficult it was to overtake in France. Today we are in Netherlands, a much difficult track to overtake in the normal, even without rain. So with rain, you can imagine that just forcing someone else into a mistake can be the only way of an overtake here. Getting more comments in the commentary box, which we are going to check in the formation lab after we have checked the tire strategies. Thales starts on pole, Joseph Vesely in second place, and Slippery Cucumber starts on P6, looking to fight back like he did in Hungary. Now, does he have the better pace than these guys? Well, let's check the tire strategies now. So it's Thales, Joseph on the hards, Bio and Arieta on the mediums, Nick Fifa and Cucumber on the hards, Equasar and Wesley on the mediums, Bialo, Mopar and Black Bala on the hards, and Legendary Goat and Cameron Barber, where actually he's not taking part, he's already left the lobby and he's not going to join back on the mediums. So, split strategies in front. Thales at least won't have Joseph attacking him in on medium tires. They are both on the same tire compound. And well, Nick and Cucumber are in also hard tires. Bio and Arieta might be quick at the start, but we gotta see if they can keep the pace later. If they don't manage to take the lead on the first lap, then I think it's not gonna benefit them too much. I think the hards would have been a right option, especially in a track where it's so hard to overtake. I think they could have still tried and defend. But let's look into the commentary box now before this race gets started. Drivers coming into the final corner. It's Sleepy Hollows who says full dry rain threat only in quali. So who is Sleepy Hollows? I wonder. Yeah, I'm not too sure who it is, but well, hopefully we'll find out later. B Borg says let's go Mopar, Monster Energy F1. So they're cheering for Mopar, our debutant today, starting on P10 this race. But we gotta see what he can do today on his debut. Wesley Santana once again joins back, he's having some connection issues. He's already had those in the past. Black Bala got disqualified. He's not going to be getting a good start. Full tires to start this race. And once again, the game doesn't give me a good angle to the start. And it's lights out and away we go. I still don't get a good angle. And Bio is already getting ahead of Joseph Vesely. Is going to break the latest into turn 1 and takes up the place. Equasar has overtaken Slippery Cucumber. Let's see what can Cucumber do. Cucumber is there at the back of Nick FIFA. And Bio takes the lead of the race. Bio actually takes the lead of the race. Really good start there from Bio. Already overtaken Thales. And Arieta is going to be the next one to attempt an overtake on the Red Bull driver. Bio leads a Grand Prix, I think, possibly for the first time in IOR. And yeah, I told Bio could be a surprise today. And at the moment, he is well being one. Really good job there by the Aston Martin driver. Thales comes in second place. Cucumber is struggling a lot. He's been overtaken by Diallo. He's gonna try a move there. And well, Diallo, if he's a good teammate, he can try and hold Cucumber for Talus, who is looking for a win today. Well, Diallo is also a race winner here in Netherlands 3 seasons ago. What is happening to Slippery Cucumber? He's having a horrible day once again. This is not normal. He's struggling on grip there. Mopar overtook him for a moment, then retook the place. Arrieta follows Talus. He is trying to get that overtake done on the Red Bull driver. Talus is trying to defend as well. He's trying to keep the pace with Bio, who can't pull away yet. Oh, that's a massive dive. Massive send by Arrieta there. Hopefully Talus didn't get damaged there. But yeah, that was a mega send by Arrieta, and I can say that is gonna be an overtake of the season. Could well be. Well, would say in case Talus didn't get damaged, as if it's get damaged and it's not really that clean. But if not, it was a mega dive there by Arrieta, and a really good move to quickly clear up Talus. Right in the first meters of this race, and now he's gonna try and chase Bio. You never know if weird thing happens, even with the car disadvantage later. Why not? Try and think for about a race win here for any of these two. Yeah, we see in Argentina versus Brazil here for second place. I think that's more usual to say in football than in F1, but well, nice to see these two battling there on track. And the timer is a bit messed up here. Bio, I think, definitely has more than a second advantage on Arrieta. I'm not sure if Talus has damage or not. And now the timer is good now, so Bio leads 1 second ahead of Arrieta. Arrieta is trying to close that gap. Bio has a bit better ERS than Arrieta, and this is turning into a very interesting race. Bio leads 1.2 ahead of Arrieta. Arrieta doing his best to close up the gap on him. Talus starting to lose a bit of time with Arrieta as well. He might even get to lose that DRS. You have to remember that they have different compound of tires, and also that Talus might have wing damage. Not confirmed he has, but might well have. So we gotta see how this race keeps going. Arrieta trying to close the gap on Bio. Talus will be getting the DRS on Arrieta, I think. At least on this second DRS zone, but he might lose it for the next one. Ecosar doing a good progression on the medium tires there, trying to look a bit at the back of Joseph Vesely. Nick FIFA also doing a really solid job on those hearts, and Bialo holding Cucumber behind by now. Cucumber once again saving ERS. Bialo, we know, is a really good defensive driver, so he needs to do his best to keep Cucumber behind. Knowing that he's on the Red Bull now, this might be key for the race win in case, yeah, if Talus has the tire advantage later on the hards. Bialo now needs to defend as hard as he can against Slippery Cucumber, as he is always a menace in case you want to win a race. He's always a menace, so Bialo needs to defend as hard as he can against Slippery Cucumber if he wants to help, give his teammate a little help to win this race. Talus keeps losing time to Arrieta, who is almost already in Bio's DRS, but Bio has better ERS advantage. Can Arrieta make it into that DRS? Not yet. Oh, and Bialo spawned, I think. Yeah, he spawned it there. That's not good for the Red Bull team. Cucumber makes up a place, and yeah, that might cost him later on the race. Arrieta doing his best to stick to the back of Bio. Unable to do it yet. Did he get the DRS? No, he didn't. And Talus still finding really good pace here against these two, even on this lower compound of tire. Ecosar unable to overtake Joseph Vesely. Talus goes a bit wider, might be his racing line. And Arrieta now in the chase for the lead of this race against Bio. I think Arrieta seems to have better pace, even though with the less ERS, or maybe he's just pushing a lot, and Bio is, you can see, hasn't used almost any of his ERS. So yeah, definitely just the Arrieta pushing now, and Bio trying to save a bit. Talus here gonna have to defend against Joseph Vesely, Ecosar, Nick FIFA, and Cucumber Train. Mopar battling against Black Bala, the man who brought him to IOR. So this is going to be a really interesting fight between these two guys that know each other for a long time. Legendary Ghost holding the train with them, and Wesley needs to make up a lot of places here. He needs to keep it consistent to keep in that battle. He's trying to save his stick to that third place in the championship. It's not really likely he's gonna lose it, but anyway, he needs to take as much points as possible. And Arrieta at the back of Bayo. Bayo is not even gonna try to defend this one. Arrieta goes and takes the lead of the race. Bayo actually trying to defend around the outside, but unable to. Arrieta leads now the Dutch Grand Prix in lap 6. And yeah, I said he didn't have practice, and now already leading this Grand Prix, already in 6th lap, but of course, hard disadvantage later on this race, so we gotta see what he can do. He's also on ERS disadvantage to Bayo, so this is gonna be an interesting battle between these two. I think possibly Talos doesn't have damage. He has been able to keep the same gap to Joseph Vesely for all these laps. Anyway, in case he does have damage, we'll find out later. Have a yellow flag, that is, I think that's Wesley. That's Wesley Santana, yeah. Arrieta looking good in the lead of the race. Bayo had to use a lot of his CRS, so I think that proved that actually Arrieta has better pace than Bayo today. And well, I think it's been like that the whole season. But Bayo is now aiming, trying to get past Arrieta, but he won't be able to. Arrieta stays in the lead of the race. And well, now the question is, can Arrieta win it? We gotta see, we definitely gotta see. He's not building that much of a gap against Stalitz, but still, we have a yellow flag now. That is, I'm not sure who that is. Oh, Cucumber battling against Nick FIFA here. Nick FIFA, this is a battle for constructors. Once again, Nick FIFA needs to defend hard against Cucumber here. Cucumber looking for the win of this race. Of course, he always wants to win. Everyone always wants to win. But that quali has costed Cucumber a chance of a more comfortable position now in this race. And Joseph is starting to lose the DRS range to Palace. Well, has he got it? No, he hasn't. He hasn't got the DRS to Palace this time. Equator does get the DRS on Joseph Vesely, but still won't be able to get that move done. Seems like the hard starting to work better than the mediums, because Talos has closed up the gap on Arrieta and Bayo. Arrieta hasn't been able to build that much. He is almost put Bayo out of DRS, but still the hard runners are catching now. Now, it's gonna depend, I think, maybe on Arrieta's defensive skills, if he can defend the medium runners later on but it's gonna be still tricky. Unless he can use Bayo as help if he stays in his DRS for later on. Oh, Bayo spun! No way! Bayo's doing a really good race and now spins it out there. Really unlucky there by Bayo. I think he was possibly trying to push a lot. And yeah, unfortunate for him, and yeah, I think the worst moment it could have happened to him. Now breaks a marker board there and has to let Mopar by. Well, unfortunate moment, he was on an excellent race for himself till that happened. That leaves Arrieta with just Talos behind him with 2.2. And yeah, well, Talos will definitely be trying chase as soon as he can. We've lost one of the medium runners. Bayo will try and close up as much as he can. He is gonna come in the pit lane. Hopefully he won't retire. Hopefully not. He's gonna switch to hard tires and keep going on this race like it should be. Really good job there by Bayo. He needs to make up time now. Arrieta leading this race 2.5 ahead of Talos. Then comes Joseph Vesely, then comes Equator, then comes Nick FIFA, and then comes Cucumber. Cucumber, who is still can't get ahead of that Haas driver, no sorry, Ferrari driver of Nick FIFA. Remember once again another point in CRS, and Nick FIFA started to look a bit complicated here, but once again it's Netherlands and actually Nick FIFA is racing at his home, so might have a bit of motivation here. Try and keep Cucumber behind. Cucumber is closing up on FIFA, but I think doesn't need to play any more EOS, he'll still be clearly ahead of him. It's really tricky to overtake in Netherlands, really tricky. Legendary gold, pits now. And Nick FIFA actually is losing time to both Equasar and Joseph Vesely. Well, the Dutchman giving a battle to the championship leader and his main rival in the championship for constructors. Nick FIFA, he needs to get that DRS if he wants to defend against Slippery Cucumber. Slippery Cucumber actually having a look there to get that overtake done against Nick FIFA. Can Nick FIFA do anything against Cucumber into the next raid? I think probably not, but you never know. Yeah, Cucumber is really close to the back of that Ferrari, and he's not going to have too many struggles to get ahead of him. But actually Nick FIFA goes defensive. He's showing really good straight line speed. He needs to defend really hard. He's going to be in range to send it down the inside. He does send it down the inside, but still Cucumber managed to get the move done, and he's ahead of Nick FIFA in lap 11 of the race. Now he's going to have to chase for the next drivers on the grid. And Arieta and Thales having really similar pace at this point. Thales' rival on this race I think might end up being Cucumber later on. And of course Cucumber will have to clear both Equasar and Joseph Vesely on this race later on. Thales is looking really solid to clear Joseph out of his DRS. Yes, he does. We have an old school IOR battle between Thales and Slippery Cucumber. Joseph Vesely trying to get back the DRS against Thales. Can he do it though? Yes, he will be able to. Thales trying to take Joseph out of the DRS as hard as he can. Joseph now with DRS will try and close back into Thales. Thales gonna wide there. I think probably his racing line. Biallo ahead of Black Bala and chasing Mopar. Can Biallo do something in here? Well, definitely didn't give the best of help to his teammate Thales, holding Cucumber behind, but yeah, hasn't been an easy season for Biallo at all. And Thales still pushing his best to take Joseph out of that DRS range, but once again I think Joseph is gonna get it. Yeah, Joseph gets it once again. And Cucumber already at the back of Equasar, almost at the back of Equasar. Thales unable to build that gap yet. Joseph is gonna be right at his back once again, coming into the final corner, into the main straight. Thales also keeping the same gap with Arieta, who is looking for his maiden victory in IOR. Arieta has been leading most of this race at this point now. Again, Thales clears Joseph. Joseph able to retake DRS from Thales once again. At the moment he is doing so. Oh, Thales has gone off. Thales has gone off there. Well, he just lost the place to Joseph Vesely. This is going to help Arieta a lot here. Equasar might get through, and he is doing so. Equasar gets ahead of Talus, and now Slippery Cucumber right at the back of this pack. Well, Talus is now there to defend from Slippery Cucumber. That's the main rival in here. And now Joseph Vesely is the one looking in a really good position to win this race in case Cucumber doesn't get to him. He had really similar pace to Talus. Talus is at the back of Equasar. He's gonna try and get that move done. Talus quickly goes back into the battle, sends a dive down the inside, gets the move done. And yeah, next step is gonna try and retake the place in Joseph. And all of this battling is helping Arrieta to extend his lead of the race. Yeah, if Arrieta wasn't hard, definitely would be much easier for him. But yeah, the reason why he's there is also that he got the medium tires. He had a blasting start. Oh, he's had a little slide into that corner. It didn't cost him that much. Oh no, he did. It actually did cost him a lot. It did cost Arrieta a lot there. Cost me around 1.5 seconds. That's a lot of time lost for Arrieta. No, I think just 1 second, not that much. But still, that's might be crucial time later on this race. Talus right at the back of Joseph Vesely. Got a yellow flag. If there's a safety car now, actually that I think could benefit Arrieta because the mediums would have a long way to go to the end. There goes Talus, and he has really much better pace than Joseph. He clears him really quickly. The Slippery Cucumber gets ahead of Equasar. Equasar doesn't put a big battle on him. He knows he's not the rival to beat today. And yeah, different tire strategy, so yeah, no reason for Equasar to put a big battle on Cucumber here. And now Talus will be chasing for Arrieta in the lead of the race. Cucumber also aiming for his first win in Netherlands. He's never won in this track before. We almost get into the half of the race distance done. 2 seconds is the gap between Talus and Arrieta. .9, yeah, he's close in. Arrieta, I think, will have to stop really soon. Yeah, he's coming in now. Arrieta comes in the pit lane. Where is he gonna come out? If he comes ahead of Mopar, it's gonna be a really good hit for him because he's gonna have zero traffic, but I think that might be a bit complicated following the race leader, previous race leader into his pit stop. He's gonna come out.